Christophe, obviously a very warm welcome to Livingston. Has it been somewhat a whirlwind few days, given Marvin's departure was only announced on Saturday, and here we are just a matter of days later, and you're now in the building as our new first team coach?
Yeah, it happened quickly. Obviously, spoke to the manager, and I think everyone knows the manager. He's very honest, and he got things done quickly, which is from my side of things, it's great. There's nothing worse than waiting about to hear what's going to happen. But he was very upfront, and what he wanted and from me and what the club offers as well, and I'm really happy to be here. It's a great opportunity for me to contribute to the team. It's a successful team as well, and finish on a high to the end of the season.
How did that conversation come about then? Do you know Davey from previous, and when he did speak to you, what did he kind of say to make you decide this was the right opportunity for you at this time of your own coaching career?
I have been in his company once before, and we had a good conversation, and I also keep in contact with Liam Fox. I've spoke to him before, and he's always spoke highly of him, and we had an honest conversation between each other, an informal one, just a natural one, talking about football, etc. And it's just what he's got here just now with his coaching staff. They're very professional, that they do things right, they're very thorough with their work on and off the pitch, and that's something I see myself. It's something that if I was a player, that's what I'd want in a management team, who really leave no stone unturned, and the manager certainly does that.
You mentioned Liam Fox there. Obviously over recent years we've had a number of kind of ex-pros join the coaching staff and then move on, starting their own journeys as managers. Liam Fox at Dundee United, Dougie Emery at Greenock Morton, and now Marvin at Queen of the South. Through time, as you build up your own coaching career, is that a similar sort of progression you see yourself making into that first team manager role?
Yeah, I'm 37 just now, so I have got aspirations one day, but I'm easy whatever route that is. I'm coming here to learn. I played football for 20 years. I've never been a manager, so I'm coming here to learn from coaches who've been doing it longer for me. I have no problem in saying that. They're more experienced than me, so I'm coming here to learn from them, but also contribute and pick each other's brains and bounce things off each other. And yeah, hopefully one day I will be, but I'm not in a rush just now. And another thing is as well that I think you need to be selective in your choices, what clubs you go to. And as you said before, Livingston has got a good track record of people moving on into managers' jobs, and so that's credit to the management and the club in general. So yeah, that's you don't just want to go into any job. So, and I said everything at Livingston on and off the pitch at the moment is incredibly professional and going really well.
Is there anyone at the club, playing staff or coaching staff, you've worked with before?
Yeah, there's obviously Jack Hamill, was at Hearts, and when I went to loan at Dundee as well, and Esma as well, who was at Hearts as well. But everyone else I've crossed paths, I've played against them at some point when I returned to Hearts. So it's a good talented squad that are doing really well just now in the league, and it's just about keeping that consistency in it and maybe taking it to the next step.
The manager's touched on the experience that you'll bring to the club from your own playing days. From a purely kind of coaching perspective though, is there any managers or coaches you've worked with over your playing career that you feel have maybe taught you elements to the coaching side that you look to implement as a coach yourself?
I wouldn't say I could name any, but I think over my career I've worked under many managers, and I like everything. You take good points from it, and you take points that maybe you wouldn't do. So it's kind of getting all those, the good and bad, put them together and work in your own way as well. So again, I'm coming here and I'm going to learn off the manager, and if you ask me any questions and opinions, I'll give it as well. I'm not just going to sit there and not say anything. I'm going to do what the manager wants. Give him any information I think will help him, and it will help the team ultimately. And it's a good coaching staff with Nearly and Gary as well, so it's very open, and which is great. I think that's the kind of environment we want to be in, where everyone's voice is heard, everyone's got allowed an opinion, and we just put it together and then work out the best scenario. But ultimately the manager makes a decision, and it's what he wants to do.
On a personal level, what sort of coach do you see yourself as? A background as a defender, is that where naturally you kind of drift towards, and when you're looking at work with the team, is it more defensive minded, or do you see yourself as more kind of an all-round coach who can kind of speak to the players from front to back?
I think in an ideal world you want to be able to do everything. I have been a defender all my life, but I think I'm quite open-minded. I think I know what strikers want as well, what their opinions are, what their views are when the game's at the back. I'm not just defence. I moved with the times, and you got to realise that it's a team of 18 players, and you need to keep everyone happy and get everyone pulling in the right direction. So you can't just be one-dimensional, and you've got to be adaptable.
Of course, you're straight in the thick of things here. 3 games in 8 days coming up. Starting at Denver Park on Saturday, you must be looking forward to firstly getting out on the training park with the team, and then in the dugout on Saturday, really try and help push the club on that kind of race for the top 6, if you like.
Yeah, I've been retired for 5 months now. I've been doing things. I've been going to games. I've been helping training at certain places and that. But there's nothing that beats match day. Being in the dugout, sitting on the bench, doing the warm up. And that atmosphere in and around the stadium. I think there's no feeling like it. So yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to, as I said, the team are doing really well just now, and it's just about every game's tough just now. It's the second half of the season now, so it's about keeping those standards high and using that energy to finish the season high and finishing that ultimately top 6 minimum. That's what I think everyone's aspirations are. I think the club's been in the previous season have been very close or very unlucky, and I think that's where everyone at this club sees us being.